Sitting in an empty pool, cold and hollow, where we used to roam. Yeah, I'm sitting on the edge of the deep end, legs dangling down. But there's no water to catch me, just the cold concrete of this town. We spent all summer drowning in each other's eyes, making waves. Now it's November, and the drain is filled with dead leaves and graves. The turquoise tiles are cracked, the paint is peeling away. Just a hollow shell where we used to laugh and play. Yeah, look at the stain where the chlorine used to shine. I tried to jump back in, but I'm running out of time. We let the pump burn out, let the filter get clogged with regret. Now I'm shivering in the shallow end, trying to forget. We thought we were swimming, but we were just sinking slow. And now the basin is dry with nowhere left to go. And the echo in this empty basin is so loud. It's just me and the ghost of who we were, standing proud. But the temperature is dropping and the sky is turning gray, and all the warmth we had is slowly leaked away. We're just standing in an empty pool, waiting for the rain, trying to wash away the dirt, trying to hide the pain. But the summer's here short, and the winters are so long. We're just shivering in the deep end, listening to a broken song. Yeah, standing in an empty pool, cold and hollow where we used to rule. Yeah, look, I remember when we sneaked in past midnight, splashing in the dark, skin glowing in the moonlight. We thought the warmth would last forever, thought we'd never freeze. Now I'm wearing 3 jackets, shaking in the autumn breeze. The diving board is rusted, it doesn't bend under my weight. I'm staring at the warning sign, but it's already too late. It said, no diving in the shallow end, but we dove head first anyway. Now we're both lying cracked on the floor, washed away. The water didn't save us, it just hit the tears we cried. And now the truth is naked since the pool has dried. I kick a plastic cup across the concrete floor, it makes a lonely sound echoing out the back door. And the echo in this empty basin is so loud. It's just me and the ghost of who we were, standing proud. But the temperature is dropping and the sky is turning gray, and all the warmth we had is slowly leaked away. We're just standing in an empty pool, waiting for the rain, trying to wash away the dirt, trying to hide the pain. But the summer's here short, and the winters are so long. We're just shivering in the deep end, listening to a broken song. Yeah, standing in an empty pool, cold and hollow where we used to rule. I can still hear the splash, still feel the sun on my face, but the concrete is cold and there's no trace, just a hollow concrete basin where the water used to rise, and the reflection of the gray sky in my eyes. We let the drain run open, we let the summer die. I guess it's time to put the cover on, or plastic top to hide the fact that you were gone. Let the snow pile up, let the ice freeze the cracks. I'm climbing up the ladder and I'm not looking back. No more splashing, no more diving, just a dry drain, just cold concrete, empty. I'm driving down the interstate, the city lights are blurred. 2 blurs searching for a feeling that I lost inside your words. Used to tell me secrets that you never told a soul. Now we're exchanging pleasantries, just trying to feel whole. I passed the coffee shop where we would sit and waste a day. Now I just look the other way, got nothing left to say. We traded midnight promises for heavy cold neglect. It's funny how the people we become is not what we expect. I check my call log, it's a graveyard of what we used to be. 100 misconnections, now you're looking right through me. I bought a bigger house to keep the silence out of sight, but the echo is the only thing that talks to me tonight. And the radio is playing that song we used to hate, but I can't bring myself to turn it off, it feels too late. We're lingering in spaces that we built to pull apart, just a pair of broken shadows trying to find a place to start. We're just ghosts in a crowded room, dancing to a silent tune. You got my heart in your pocket, but you left the jacket in my car. Now I'm freezing in the dark, wondering where you are. Yeah. We're just ghosts in a crowded room, watching love consume what's left of you and me. Look, I see you posting pictures like you moved along so fast, like you didn't spend 3 years trying to make this picture last. A pixelated window to a life I cannot touch. Maybe I expected way too much, I didn't give enough. Did I give enough? But let's be honest, we were slipping before the winter came. We were looking for a savior, but we only found to blame. I remember nights we talking till the sun would rise. Now I'm looking at the screen, just watching your demise. In my memory, you're perfect, untouched by the decay, but reality is cold and it's washing us away. I'm sipping on this poison just to keep the fever high, cause the only thing that hurts more than the truth is your goodbye. And the radio is playing that song we used to hate, but I can't bring myself to turn it off, it feels too late. We're lingering in spaces that we built to pull apart, just a pair of broken shadows trying to find a place to start. We're just ghosts in a crowded room, dancing to a silent tune, dancing slow. You got my heart in your pocket, but you left the jacket in my car. Now I'm freezing in the dark, wondering where you are. Where are you? We're just ghosts in a crowded room, watching love consume what's left of you and me. Is it easier to forget, or is it easier to pretend we never met? I keep reaching for your hand when the room gets cold, but there's nothing but the sheets that I'm forced to hold. We built a palace out of cards on a windy hill. Now I'm standing in the ruins and the world is still so still. No more goodnight texts, just delivered on the screen. I'm reading through the messages of who we used to be. Maybe we were just a beautiful mistake we hadn't made, to realize how much a human heart can actually break. I hope you find the peace you couldn't find inside my arms. I hope you find a shelter from the sirens and alarms. As for me, I'll keep the headlights on and keep the motor running. We both knew this was ending, we just never saw it coming. Yeah, just goes. I'm standing in the dark room under the dim red light, submerged in developer fluid, trying to bring back that night. The timer is ticking, but the image is taking too long to appear. Just a hazy outline of you, and it's getting harder to see clear. We used to take Polaroids and watch them develop in our hands. Now I'm staring at a blank sheet, trying to understand where we stand. Yeah, look at the silver highlight reacting to the chemical bath. I tried to capture the light, but we only developed the wrath. The exposure was too high, we let too much glare in the frame. Now we're both overexposed, burned out by the flame. I hang the print on the wire with a tiny wooden clip, watching the water slowly drip off your chin, off your lip. But the focus is soft and the shadows are way too deep. Just another memory I was never meant to keep. And the red light is supposed to keep the paper from getting burned, but we expose ourselves to the truth, and there's no way to unlearn. We're trying to lock the silver in place before it starts to fade, hoping we can preserve the beautiful mistake that we made. We're just fading in the chemical bath, watching the picture dissolve, a snapshot of a moment that we can never resolve. We burn the negatives, but the ghost is still in the print. Now we're just paper and silver, slowly losing our tint. Yeah, fading in the chemical bath, overexposed and lost in the dark. Yeah. Look, the fixative is cold, but it's supposed to make the image stay, to lock the silver in place so the memory doesn't fade away. But I think we left the print in the acid for too long. The edges are curling and the colors are all wrong. I remember the day we bought that vintage 35mm lens, looking through the viewfinder, making plans with our friends. Now I'm looking through a magnifying glass at a grain, searching for a trace of love, but only finding the pain. You can adjust the contrast, you can try to dodge and burn, but you can't change the angle or the way the gears turn. We were out of focus from the very start, I guess. A beautiful composition that turned into a mess. And the red light is supposed to keep the paper from getting burned, but we exposed ourselves to the truth, and there's no way to unlearn. We're trying to lock the silver in place before it starts to fade, hoping we can preserve the beautiful mistake that we made. We're just fading in the chemical bath, watching the picture dissolve, a snapshot of a moment that we can never resolve. We burn the negatives, but the ghost is still in the print. Now we're just paper and silver, slowly losing our tint. Yeah, fading in the chemical bath, overexposed and lost in the dark. Is the image really there, or am I just seeing ghosts, staring at the silhouettes of the things I love the most? I turn on the white light and the paper turns completely black, a sudden flash of truth, and we can't go back. The exposure is finished, the light is taking over. I throw the ruined prints into the trash can by the door. The developer smells like vinegar spilling onto the floor. No more dark nights, no more waiting for the light to fade. I'm stepping out into the sun, leaving the shadows we made. Just a drip of the water, just a ticking timer, overexposed, completely black. I'm sitting on the roof, looking up at the Orion Nebula. They say the stars we see tonight are already dead, just a residual glow. And it feels a lot like us, we're shining, but the fire burned out a year ago. We're putting on a show for the neighbors, pretending we're still alive, but we're just cosmic dust waiting for the cold darkness to arrive. I remember when our gravity was so strong, nothing could escape. Now we're just two satellites drifting, losing our shape. Yellow black holes in the living room, swallowing the sound. I try to find your signal, but there's only background radiation around. We used to share a universe, now we're just light years apart. A cold dead star, pretending it still has a burning heart. I watch the satellites pass, wondering which one carries your ghost. You're the one I pushed away, but the one I still miss the most. And the telescope is dusty, but I can still see the trace of a love that used to illuminate this entire minutes are wrong. We're just humming to a broken static-filled radio song. We're just shining from a dead star, burning through the night, trying to convince ourselves we still have the light, still have the light. But the distance is expanding, the gravity is gone. We're just a ghost in the cosmos, waiting for the dawn. Yeah, we're shining from a dead star, fading out no matter where we are. Yeah, look, redshift, that's the science of things moving away. The light turns red because the wavelength stretches out, they say. And that's exactly what is happening to us right now. We're drifting into the dark and we don't even know how. I bought a map of the constellations to see where we went wrong, but we fell out of the sky like a broken satellite song. Your warmth is gone, but the radiation still remains. A silent static coming through my veins. I try to send a transmission, but it takes 10 years to arrive. By the time you hear my voice, I don't know if we'll survive the vacuum of the space we built between our beds. It's colder than the thoughts running through our heads, and the telescope is dusty, but I can still see the trace of a love that used to illuminate this entire empty space. But the glass is cracked and the coordinates are wrong. We're just humming to a broken static-filled radio song. We're just shining from a dead star, burning through the night, trying to convince ourselves we still have the light, still have the light. But the distance is expanding, the gravity is gone. We're just a ghost in the cosmos, waiting for the dawn. Yeah, we're shining from a dead star, fading out no matter where we are. Are we just space debris, floating without a home, searching for a signal in the infinite unknown? I let go of your tether, felt the oxygen go cold. There's no hand left to hold in this universe, just cold dust and broken satellites. It's cold dust and broken satellites. The sky is getting darker, the stars are winking out. Nothing left to argue, nothing left to shout. Just the quiet hum of a dead transmitter on the roof. No more looking for proof, we're just cold matter now, floating away, drifting out of orbit, lost in the dark. We're just tumbling in the spin cycle, trying to wash the stains, watching our history dissolve under the chemical rays. But some marks are permanent, no matter how hard you scrub. We're just shrinking in the heat of a love we couldn't trust yet. Tumbling in the spin cycle, looking for a clean start on a broken heart. Yeah. But the laundromat is empty, just a man sweeping up the floor. He looks at me like he's seen this kind of sadness 1,000 times before. I fold the warm shirts, but they feel lighter than they did before. Maybe because your half of the pile isn't sitting on the floor. I found a stray hairpin of yours stuck in the lint trap, a tiny piece of metal to snap my reality back. I held it in my palm, felt the sharp edges cut my skin, reminding me of how we let the bitterness crawl in. You can wash the dirt, you can bleach the gray back into white, but you can't restore the threads that we ripped in the fight. Now I'm putting my quarters in the vending machine for some cheap soap, hoping the chemicals sink and give me some kind of hope. And the dryer sheets are supposed to make everything soft and clean, but I still feel the static cling of the spaces in between. We're trying to strip the dirt from the threads of our past, hoping that a quick wash can make the faded colors last. We're just tumbling in the spin cycle, trying to wash the stains, watching our history dissolve under the chemical rains. But some marks are permanent, no matter how our hardy scrub. We're just shrinking in the heat of a love we couldn't trust, yeah. Tumbling in the spin cycle, looking for a clean start on a broken heart. Is it ever really clean, or do we just mask the smell, pretending we're alright when we're trapped in this fabric hell? I pull the clothes out of the heat, but they still feel damp to the touch. I guess some tears don't dry when you've cried so much. The cycle is finished, the drum has stopped spinning. I load the basket into the backseat of my car. Everything smells like lavender, but I know who we are. I leave the stained hoodie on the counter, let somebody take it away. I'm tired of washing things that are destined to decay. Just the hum of the dryer, just the fluorescent hum spinning, fading, permanent stain. I'm looking at the monster plant we bought last May. It was just 3 leaves, now it's sprawling, but the tips are turning gray. We used to argue over who forgot to water the soil. Now we're just sitting in this kitchen watching water boil. No words spoken, just the hum of the fridge in the dark. How did we let the cold extinguish every single spark? We let the weeds take over the living room rug. Our love was a garden that we both forgot to drug. Now the ivy's climbing up the drywall, suffocating the light, and I'm standing in the kitchen too exhausted to fight. I checked the weather app, but there's no storm in the sky. The only storm we ever get is the rain behind your eye. We planted promises we knew we couldn't keep. Now we're harvesting the sorrow while the city is asleep. And I can feel the frost coming through the window pane. We're trying to grow in the drought, hoping for rain. But the seasons changing and the air is getting cold, and we're holding on to memories we're too tired to hold. But we got roots in the concrete, trying to find a way to breathe. Every leaf is falling down, pleading us to leave. How did a little seed turn into a cage? Now we're just turning yellow on the final page. Yeah, we're dying in the shade of what we used to be. Roots in the concrete, choking you and me. Look, remember when we cleared the backyard, talked about planting time. You wanted roses, I wanted something that would survive the winter time. Now the weeds are waist high and the dirt is dry as bone. It's funny how a sanctuary turned into a tomb of stone. I see your gardening gloves sitting on the patio chair. They've been molded by the rain like nobody's ever been there. I tried to cut the dead weight, but the vines are wrapped too tight. I'm suffocating in the green, crying in the night. We built a greenhouse out of glass, we knew we'd eventually break. Now we're picking up the shards for our own sanity's sake. You can't force a blossom when the soil has gone sour, and you can't buy back a single wasted hour. And I can feel the frost coming through the window pane. We're trying to grow in a drought, hoping for rain. But the seasons changing and the air is getting cold, and we're holding on to memories we're too tired to hold. But we got roots in the concrete, trying to find a way to breathe. Every leaf is falling down, pleading us to leave. How did a little seed turn into a cage? Now we're just turning yellow on the final page. Yeah, we're dying in the shade of what we used to be. Roots in the concrete, choking you and me. Did we plant the wrong seeds, or did we just forget to watch them grow? Everything we built is buried deep under the snow. I'm crawling at the but it's gone, it's all gone. Now the landlord's calling, saying we gotta pack it up. I'm putting the dying ivy in a paper cup. It's the only thing left of us that's still trying to survive. I look at the empty garden bed and I wonder how we're still alive. No more watering cans, no more soil on our hands, just a vacant lot where we used to make plans. Let the weeds out of the house, let the rain take the floor. I don't think I can do this anymore. Yeah, let it grow over. Just let it grow over. I'm sitting at the desk with these heavy steel keys beneath my hands. An old Remington typewriter, trying to write out all our plans. The click-clack of the metal is the only sound in this quiet room. But the letters are barely showing, faded in the midnight gloom. The ink ribbon is dry, worn out from all the times I wrote your name. I keep striking the paper, but the result is always the same. Yeah, look at the page, the ink is fading from black to gray, just like the warmth we had, slowly drifting away. I tried to adjust the margins, tried to give us some space, but every line I type just leaves a blank, empty place. The E key is sticky and the shift lock is jammed on tight. I'm capitalization lock screaming into the night. I hear the bell chime signaling the end of the road, but I'm not ready to slide the carriage back, let you go. And the carbon paper is supposed to make a duplicate copy of what we had, but the second page is smudged, blurry and sad. We're trying to leave an impression on a page that is torn, hoping we can rebuild what we let get worn. We're just striking keys on a dry ribbon, writing words that nobody can read. A mechanical heart clicking in the dark, bleeding out everything we need. We hit the carriage return, but we're still on the very same page. Just two stuck letters locked together in a heavy iron cage. Yeah, click clacking in the dark, fading ink leaving no mark. Yeah, look, I tried to type I love you, but it came out looking like a ghost, just a faint impression of the phrase that used to matter the most. I remember when we used to write letters back in college days, sealing the envelopes, sending them off through the autumn haze. Now I'm staring at a spool of ribbon that's completely dry. No matter how hard I strike, the paper won't cry. I got ink on my fingertips, but the page remains blank. We're just an empty sheet of paper that's slowly sank. You can't erase what's typed on a mechanical reel. There's no backspace key for the things that we feel. We made our mistakes in permanent ink, no whiteout can cover the stain. Every typo we made is a permanent record of our pain. And the carbon paper is supposed to make a duplicate copy of what we had, but the second page is smudged, blurry and sad. We're trying to leave an impression on a page that is torn, hoping we can rebuild what we let get worn. We're just striking keys on a dry ribbon, writing words that nobody can read. A mechanical heart clicking in the dark, bleeding out everything we need. We hit the carriage return, but we're still on the very same page. Just two stuck letters locked together in a heavy iron cage. Yeah, click clacking in the dark, fading ink leaving no mark. Do you hear the bell is telling me the line has run out? There's no more room for the words that I wanted to shout. I pull the page from the roller, hear a tear in the air, a blank sheet of paper and nobody's there. The keys are stuck, the carriage is locked. blank page and put it in the desk drawer. I don't think I can write these letters anymore. Let the dust settle on the keys, let the metal turn cold. There's no use typing stories that have already been told. Just the click of the keys, just the chime of the bell. Carriage return, faded ink, blank. I'm standing at Terminal 4 watching the carousel spin around. It's 4 a.m. and the airport is a graveyard of silent sound. Everyone else has grabbed their bags and walked out into the night, but I'm still waiting for a suitcase that was lost on a late night flight. You packed your things so fast, you left your favorite woolen scarf behind. Now I'm carrying a heavy bag of memories. I'm trying to unwind. Yeah, look at the tag with your name written in faded blue pen. I keep tracing the letters, wishing we could go back to then, but the flight got delayed, then canceled, and now the runway is clear. I'm just standing in the arrivals lobby, fighting back a tear. We had a one-way ticket to a place we couldn't even name. Now I'm sitting in the lost and found, playing a losing game. And the conveyor belt just keeps on turning in a circle, like the arguments we had that we can never quite let go. The security is looking at me, asking if I need some help, but I'm just staring at the empty space upon the metal belt. I'm standing by the baggage claim, waiting for a ghost, holding on to the pieces that I used to love the most. But the lights are turning off, and the terminal is cold. I got a suitcase full of heavy things we never should have told. Standing by the baggage claim, watching our connection slowly fade away. Yeah, look, we used to navigate the terminal with so much ease, rushing to the gate, laughing in the autumn breeze. We thought we'd fly forever, never worried about the crash. Now I'm picking up the debris from the sudden silent flash. I opened up the suitcase when I got back to the room. The smell of your perfume hit me like a sudden heavy bloom. Just some old t-shirts, a couple books we never finished reading. It feels like a crime scene and my heart is slowly bleeding. They told me at the counter that the luggage was destroyed, but I think they just lost it in the dark, empty void. Just like we lost each other between the layover and the gate. And now I'm standing at the exit, realizing it's too late. And the conveyor belt just keeps on turning in a circle, like the arguments we had that we could never quite let go. The security is looking at me, asking if I need some help, but I'm just staring at the empty space upon the metal belt. I'm standing by the baggage claim, waiting for a ghost, holding on to the pieces that I used to love the most. But the lights are turning off, and the terminal is cold. I got a suitcase full of heavy things we never should have told. Standing by the baggage claim, watching our connection slowly fade away. Did we lose our connection in Denver, or was it when we touched down? There's nobody waiting for me in this quiet, empty town. I'm holding a boarding pass with no seat number on the page, just a passenger of time, locked inside a quiet cage. The engines have stopped, the cabin pressure is gone. I guess I'll leave the suitcase on the floor. I don't wanna carry this heavy weight anymore. Let the security take it, let them label it unclear. unclaimed. There's no use holding on to something that can never be reclaimed. Just the hum of the conveyor belt, just the late night announcements. No passengers left. Terminal 4 is empty, unclaimed. Heard you taking the fade in the light, painting undecided, just started. I found a VHS tape in the bottom drawer labeled July. The plastic casing is cracked and the tracking is off, just like you and I put it in the player, hear the static hiss before the picture clears. And there we are on the beach, untouched by the weight of these years. But the tape is warping, the colors are bleeding into blue. It's like the magnetic strip knows I'm losing my grip on you. We were high definition, now we're just static on the screen. A low-res ghost of a love that used to be supreme. I watch the screen flicker, trying to hold on to the sound of your laugh, but the audio's corrupted, cutting our history in half. I tried to digitize the memories to keep them from the rust, but some things aren't meant to last, they just turn to dust. Now I'm staring at the television, bathed in the pale light, wondering if you're erasing me from your mind tonight. And the tape keeps spinning, but the audio is starting to drag. We're just magnetic dust trapped inside a plastic bag. And every time I press play, the picture gets a little more gray. We're running out of tape and we're running out of things to say. We're getting taped over, slowly fading to black. There's a new song recording and we can't go back. Yeah, the static is loud and the screen is starting to shake. We're just a corrupted file that neither of us could save. Yeah, we're fading to blue, nothing left to view, just static where I used to see you. Yeah, look, I remember when we bought the camcorder at the thrift store. We recorded everything from the kitchen counter to the bedroom floor. Now I'm trying to fast forward through the parts where we scream, but the remote control is broken, stuck in a recurring dream. I see your face behind the lens, laughing at something I said. Now we don't even talk, we just leave each other on red. It's a digital cold war, but the analog memories hurt the most, because on tape you're still alive, not just a silent ghost. But every time I press play, the tracking gets a little worse. This VCR is a time machine, but it feels like a curse. I'm trying to clean the heads, but the damage is done. The tape is too thin, and the damage is one. And the tape keeps spinning, but the audio is starting to drag. We're just magnetic dust trapped inside a plastic bag. And every time I press play, the picture gets a little more gray. We're running out of tape and we're running out of things to say. We're getting taped over, slowly fading to black. There's a new song recording and we can't go back. Yeah, the static is loud and the screen is starting to shake. We're just a corrupted file that neither of us could save. Yeah, we're fading to blue, nothing left to view, just static where I used to see. Do you remember the night the tape got tangled in the gear? I had to use a pencil just to wind it back, my dear. I tried to save the ribbon, but the crease was already there. Now every time it plays, that's the part that skips to thin air. We can't smooth out the wrinkles, we can't patch up the tear. I think it's time to hit eject, no more trying to salvage what we couldn't protect. I'll put the tape back in the drawer, let the dust take the crown. No more rewinding, just letting the real slow down. No static, just